Hello and welcome to my channel, The Solar Scribe. I was gonna do a video in the beginning of October and I got some really strong ascension symptoms and the month has just flown by and I've not had a chance to do it. So what I'm doing is, because I'm aware it's a full moon today, so I decided to do it today. For October, so it's very late, but there you go. So I've done the numerology and it's the 20th in the UK today, so we've got 20th of October 2021. We've got a 000 and also a 222 with an 11 in the middle. So not only have we got master numbers, but this 000 speaks to me of a reset, a complete reset that's with the full moon today. It adds up to 8, which is the number of abundance in numerology. But actually, I'm looking at the 2 and the 0. The 11 is the twin ray energy. So we're back to twin ray energy again. And the 2 going into the 0. So all these 2s, these twin ray divine counterparts are meeting up. And I've been saying this for about 3 months, but it is starting to get stronger. So there is synchronicity afoot where people will be meeting. This is for your information only. For your blueprint, we're now moving into gold print. So see if that sits with you and what resonates with that. And then today I bought this, which is a ruby record keeper. Feeling very strong energy from that, and I will be doing Akashic record readings. My website should be up and running really soon, which is soul numerology and Akashic record readings as well. So I just wanted to say that. The dolphins are with us. I've had 2 sightings this morning of clouds shaped like dolphins. And I was drawn to buy this lovely candle, which actually reminded me of the gold print. I know it's an orangey sacral colour, but I actually feel that it's symbolic of the gold print at the minute. Okay, right, so I'm going to pull messages from the masters and see what they want to say. And then we'll carry on from there. So this is the Calgary deck, and I'm asking for information for this full moon to bring in any energies around. Oh, okay, it's not Kamara jumped out there. It's a light activation, so that's basically what I've been getting anyway. Katumi is one of my guides anyway. Right, anybody else want to come through? Oh. Apologies for the angle of my camera. I've just not been able to set my laptop up ready for doing proper readings, so I will be doing that at some point. So I did have this one in the middle, the twin flame, and then I moved it and put the sword of truth, which I feel is a really strong one for October. There's going to be lots of revelations coming out about what we feel that truth is. Okay, so we've got 6 cards all together. And the first one that came out really strongly, flew out, was Sanat Kumara, light activation. So this is very galactic energy. I feel that a lot of people are having galactic experiences, whether that's seeing craft, whether that's seeing beings, as in galactic beings, or whether we are downloading or uploading, whichever way you want to look at it, keys and codes through the DNA. Okay, so that's the first thing to say. The second thing to say is that Sanat Kumara is pointing out the white and the black. The black and white of this full moon. So if you think the moon is complete white against a black background, because obviously by the time nighttime comes out, he is symbolic of this full moon. Now, I don't usually resonate with the moon. As I've said before, it's not something I'm particularly interested in. I'm more of a solar plexus and solar god energy. But there's no denying that it is quite strong. So you may want to go out and look at the night sky, look at the stars, you know, and just meditate on that. We've got Shiva, Lord Shiva. So this is looking at transcending. So it's transcending these lower energies, and Kali Ma's coming in with the root chakra. So it's no surprise to everybody that the energy on the planet has ramped up to the point where it's an inordinate amount of fear. So what this full moon is kind of guiding people to do is really face that root chakra and what's happening there. I've had to do it today. There's been some quite strong energy where I've had to look at my root chakra. And we're transcending that fear. But to do that, what charity is saying is, charity begins at home. There's a saying, charity begins at home. Most people would say that that relates to, you know, you look after number one first, and then if you've got anything left over, you accommodate everybody else. But what charity is saying, yes, that is true. When you are on an aeroplane, I've said this before, that you put your own mask on first because you're not used to anybody if you haven't got oxygen to look after, you know, to breathe. But what she's saying is that have a look around, and what is it that you can give to charity, because there's this giving and receiving energy. What is it that you can give from the heart that, you know? So I'll give you an example. I was trying to learn to play guitar, and I bought a guitar that was too big for me, so I gave that to my son. And then I bought another guitar to replace that one to try and learn again, and I bought one that was too small. I know, believe it or not. And I've asked everybody, and it's more of a children's guitar, and nobody wanted it. So I took it to the charity shop today in my town, and I basically just walked in and said, you can have that, and it's brand new, and it was full price. But again, Kali Ma's saying we get attached to things. So I could have had that guitar stood in my room for a year thinking, oh, it's not right for me, but I paid so much money for it, so I'm not going to let it go. We need to revisit the way that we look at things, because there has to be this flow of energy there. And then we've got Katumi is one of my guides, my main guides. So Cloak of Wisdom, you already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. So this is about intuition. And as we know, the full moon is the moon is all about intuition. It's a very feminine kind of, from what I understand. So let me read into that. It's like this feminine, female intuition is a thing. You know, I grew up with it. My grandparents and, you know, people would say, oh, well, you know, listen to your female intuition. That isn't to say that males don't have it. I'm not talking about gender specifically. I'm talking about your divine feminine intuition as opposed to divine masculine, where that's more of a doing, an action, whereas let's listen to what's within. So the Cloak of Wisdom, what Katumi is saying is there's a big push on the planet at the minute for people to say everything that they're thinking. So it's a case of if you've had something and somebody else hasn't had it, you know, being very vocal about what's happening and why you haven't and why they have and what's going on. So he's saying just be aware of that, because it's solar plexus energy. So if something feels a bit off in your solar plexus, and this is coming back to intuition, then just listen to that. Go back to your cloak of wisdom, go back within and see what's happening there. Okay. And then we've got the Holy Spirit, expect miracles. Now, this says, remember that only love is real. Miracles will occur naturally. Spirit has your back. So again, this is talking about this root chakra energy that can be really debilitating if you're going into fear. But we are being encouraged really to look at this full moon as a reset, which is what I said about the 000. Okay. Right, I'm going to pull some Metatron cards. I can feel, I say this every time, it's not going to be a long reading and then something happens. Right, these are, where did I put the book? The bag. I don't use the book, but these are by Amanda Aries, Archangel Metatron cards. Okay, so let's ask Metatron about this full moon, what is happening and what we can expect. I'm saying for the next 2 weeks actually. Sorry, they're upside down, I don't do reversed on these. What's happening over the next 2 weeks? Let's look at this energy and see what we get. Okay, right, that's really, really good. So we've got Sandalphon with you now. So that's your Earth Star chakra. So it's grounding in this energy, bringing it from this moon, which is perception of as above, so below, which is the number 7. Sorry, the light's a bit. So that's a 22 as well. So we're looking at this 222 energy. So Sandalphon's encouraging you to get really grounded over the next 2 weeks. Letting go, we've just said that, letting go of anything that no longer serves you, letting go of anything that is past its sell-by date, I'm hearing. And number 4, which is building a foundation that's built on your wishes and desires rather than somebody else's. So again, it's that energy of somebody comes up to you and says, why haven't you had that? I'm sure everybody knows what I'm talking about. Why haven't you had that? You're being selfish, everybody else has had it. There's that guilt that's attached to that, but actually what they're saying is let go of that and transcend it. Lord Shiva's saying transcend it, because there's new energies for the next 2 weeks coming in. And then we have creation, expansion in your life. So this full moon is really about expansion of the self, expansion of the spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, the whole lot, really. Okay, right, so I've got a new deck. It won't surprise you to learn. I've really got so many decks now, it's ridiculous. But this one came the other day, so I want to just promote it a little bit. So let's have a couple of colours with this and just, okay, okay. We've got, yeah, okay, right. So these 3, so first of all came out mystery. So again, that's the full moon illusion. We don't know what's coming. We've actually got a circle up here of the moon. Right, now this is very, I don't normally tie it into something that's actually happened within history, but it's very apparent to me that that's coming through, and these are the Twin Towers. So there's some mystery around, as we know, what happened there. Could be that something's going to come out around that. So that's 9/11, and if we reverse that, because it's the American one, so I always get a bit mixed up with it. Well, they're saying it doesn't matter which round it is, 9-11 or 11-9. There's an ending, which is the 9, and there's a twin ray energy there as well within this mystery. Okay, I'm just going to leave that at that, really. Okay, so the next one that came out was disruption, and we know how much is going on at the planet at the minute. Again, Sandalphon's just saying, ground yourself, keep on keeping on. There's no kind of quick fix for this now. You know, we've just got to see it through, really. And then peace, the dove of peace. So it's my understanding that it's an Aries full moon, which indicates to me that there will be a lot of possible behaviours that are not coming from the heart and from love and light, and they're asking you to stay in your peaceful place as much as you can. We're only human, so it doesn't necessarily mean that we can do it, but we might be able to just, you know, hold the line for each other. Right, I'm going to pull an altar card. I'm sorry, but I don't have the book for this, and I'm not even really sure. I know where I got them from, but okay, so let's pull one. And one flipped out there. Inner beauty. Sorry, I'm going to have to move the camera again, I think. I really need to get this set up properly. Apologies. Right, inner beauty. So, I open the eyes of my heart and direct my gaze to the light within every being. Personality and physical appearance are in the image of man. Beauty and goodness are in the image of God. So, around the full moon, there can be a tendency around a full moon to be hypercritical of yourself and others, but it's basically saying that bring the pink into the heart and sit within the heart if you can feel that that's happening for you. Lady Kuan Yin just came in as well there, so let's see what Lady Kuan Yin has to say. Right, I'm going to pull 3 of these, and then I think we're done. So these are the angel cards, okay. Oh, no, we're nearly done. I need to do the gold deck, and then we're done. Okay, so the cards have been just flying out today. Poetry in motion. So this card is saying, if you are feeling guided to write, paint, dance, anything that you want to do, get moving and do it. Aries full moon. Aries is fire. It's all about movement. And because retrograde, Mercury has gone direct from being in retrograde, we're still in the shadow a little bit. There will be this propulsion of energy, and they're saying make the most of it while it's here. Okay, right, so I'll pull one more because I'm feeling like that's alright, okay. Prosperity. So again, there's this tendency, this lack energy with Kali Ma is basically saying there isn't enough. And that's why the sky's the limit has come out. So the sky is the limit is basically saying that, because Sanat Kumara was saying earlier to look at the sky, the stars, how far away are they? You know, you're looking at something that is really, really, really very far away. And with this root chakra energy, there is this a propensity to think that, you know, wishing on a star, it's never going to happen. but they're saying just you need to just focus really, and it will come to fruition with this full moon. I think that's a lovely message. Right, okay, so let's do the deck. These are normal playing cards. I use them to get dates. I use them to get any information on chakras that we need. So it's an 8 today, so that one wanted to come out. We'll pull 8 cards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Right, now I promise you these have been shuffled, but they've actually come out in their suits, most of them. Right, so just let me have a look. Right, so the Divine Masculine's here, and he's saying that with the 4, he's building a foundation for whoever his divine twin ray counterpart is. Okay, and then we've got the double 5 and the double 6, which is a double 11. Okay, so that's a really strong nod to this twin ray energy. Okay, and then we've got 8 and 3, which again is 11. So it's a 111 energy. We had the 000 and the 222 at the beginning of the reading. So we got 0, 1 and 2. So that says to me they are the lower chakras. So we've got Sandalphon at 000. Then we've got Kalimar at 111. And then we've got the creative energy, which I spoke about, which is the passion at 222. So it's all about the lower chakras. They are being cleansed. They are being transcended. All of the old stuff that we've collected is now going to be, obviously you have to do the work. It's not going to be done for you. But if you ask for help from the masters and also from the angelic realm and the fairies, whoever, okay, so the fairies are just wanting to come in with one final card. So it's the elementals. Let's have a look. Okay. And the Ruby Record Keeper. Okay, so I've got one here. Justice. Number 8, and today's an 8 day. So I have been feeling for a while that some truth, and I said the Sword of Truth, there is something coming out that is huge, absolutely huge. We had the Twin Towers, that it could possibly tie into that. I'm really not into kind of speculating about the timelines and all the rest of it. I just focus on you know, the masters really. But there's no denying that this energy, there is one of people wanting to have the truth out there, and we're not necessarily getting it, if I'm perfectly honest. So watch out for that, the Justice, number 8. I'm feeling this also ties into August because that's the 8th month. So anything that's happened to you in August where it could be something that wasn't necessarily very pleasant, something hidden, or, you know, a bit of uncertain energy, that's actually going to come to a head in this full moon. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that really short trip for October energies. Obviously I'll try and get the November one out as soon as I can, but I think we will all agree that there's just so much going on right now that we're just battling may not necessarily be the right word to use, but you know, sometimes you've got to say it how it is, and I feel like we are in a bit of a battle at the minute. Okay, see you soon, bye.